Hello, this is going to be an examination of some recent acquisitions of romance comics from DC and Charlton. I'm going to start with a few DCs. This is Young Romance number 147 from 1967. It's got a John Rosenberg cover. The first story is called Waiting for Love. It's by Ric Estrada. I was never that big a fan of his superhero work, but I have to say he's really a master at the romance. Of course, he's got the beach scenes, obligatory. And I'm not going to go too much into the stories. I'm just mostly looking at the art. I love how the motorcycle driving away there with the tears. Will it be heartbreak, or will she be on that bike? If I can turn the page, maybe we'll find out. It's Bob. Oh. And of course there's the sleepless nights. And the next day, riding on the boat. Just gonna run through the artwork really quick. I just think it's so nice. In the moonlight. They seem to be hitting it off at the end. This, I'm not sure. I think this might be Mike Sikowski, maybe? Not really sure. Serviceable. But it doesn't have the flair of like an Estrada. Just gonna buzz through this real quick. And Too Fickle to Be Faithful. This is that the cover story? Yeah, that's John Rosenberger. He's really an underrated artist. I don't think he ever did any superhero stuff. He was strictly romance as far as I know. And he did have a flair. Very expressive faces, which is meat and potatoes for these books. Heavy making out here. I think she's having second thoughts. She's too fickle. That's her problem. And there's a statement of ownership. Let's see. There were 204,013 circulated, paid circulation. Not bad. One thing I skipped over on this book was the Mad Moderns. I think this is Scott Pike. I've seen some credited to Tony Abruzzo, but I think this is Pike. Next we'll look at Girls Love number 129 from 1967. It's a nice cover by J. Scott Pike. I know he didn't bring me here just to watch a movie. Oh, why can't I grow up? The tear in her eye. This first story is by Art Petty, who is perhaps best known for his work on the JSA and All-Star comics. Just gonna flip through this really quickly. He's a pretty good artist, not great, in my opinion, but very serviceable. Hope you don't get sick with this fast clown camera work. This is a Mad Moderns. I think this may be Tony Abruzzo. This is a distinct difference from the J. Scott Pike ones. But, again, I don't know. I don't know for sure. So little to ask. This, I think, is another Arthur Petty, if I'm not mistaken. No, it might be Tony Abruzzo now I think about it. That's kind of a nice panel there. Abruzzo is known for his panelology. Yeah. Nice stuff. Autographed. Hit the rock. Oh, that girl's really breaking me up. Oh, I'm back in his arms. Oh, ship at sea. Oh, shipwreck. Oh, she's in his arm. Oh no. Are they together forever in the deep, the big deep? And Love Was a Lie. This is J. Scott Pike from the cover. I guess all the romance comics did that. They would have the final story splash page would usually be the cover. It's very common. I think I skipped a page. Yeah. J. Scott Pike is very clean lines, very nicely drawn. Seems like I should have some scholarly things to say about this stuff, but really I just look at it and marvel. Some of it is just really, really good artwork. And I hope that this video will convey it and won't be too boring for you. Talking behind her back, better known as the iceberg. Uh-oh. She's gonna have to work on that. Looks like she's thawing out a little bit. No, maybe not. I'll take you home. I've lost him. I've lost him. But he comes back around. Maybe playing hard to get isn't the wrong strategy. Next is Another Girl's Love, number 158 from, I want to say, 1971. That's a Don Heck cover. And first story is by Tony DeZuniga, another artist who kind of excelled in his romance work. I kind of know him best from Jonah Hex and other similar books that he has done in the past. But look at that panel. Very nice. Yeah, I think he's just got a vibrancy to it that really comes across. A little sex appeal, modest. Conveys emotion in the artwork. Oh, what's going on here? In the headlights, later at the beach. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to marry him. I didn't understand, officer. She's some crazy. She's gone crazy. Well, I don't know what happened there. Just friends. I'm not sure. I want to say John Rosenberg, maybe? Rosenberger? Could be. What's your dating IQ? Look at this. It's Elizabeth Safian. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But I just love her little decorations that she does. Very interesting. And finally, this is Gruesome Twosome with none other than George Tuska artwork. Ooh, that's the Gruesome Twosome, huh? Everybody's laughing at him. Kind of gawky. She's tall, he's short. People give him a bunch of shit, I guess. Tuska is a very good storyteller. The way he designs his panels, he's just very clear. It's easy to follow what's going on, you know, in the close scenes and in far away. He's not the flashiest or the most beautiful artist, but it's very enjoyable. Ah, he learned some jiu-jitsu, huh? That's how he took care of them. And a little one-pager by Lee Elias. I'll go slow. You can read that if you want to. And another statement. Looks like this one. $158,303 paid on the last issue. Next, we're going to look at some Charlton work. This is Just Married, number 57 from 1968. And yes, that's Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. You Also Snore, Darling. Not for him alone. That's, I think, an artist named Matt Grauer. He's okay. Not a bad artist. Just going to flip through this very quickly. He's got the bad boy come along and spoil the show. Sexy. But of course she sleeps alone. And in the morning she's all happy, showing off her bathing suit. He's at the beach. It's bound to be a confrontation of some kind. Wow, she smacks him. Oh, some other guy. Okay, another guy makes a move on her, and she smacks him. And then her boyfriend comes along. Boom, he gets hit. Boom, the guy's a professional. But he comes back and knocks him out. And he gets the girl. Common theme in Charlton comics. This is also, I think, Hank Grauer. Let's just skip ahead here. This video is going to get way too long. Up in a tent. You Also Snore, Darling. This is the Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Just kind of look closely at his artwork. I admire the way he frames his pictures. Far away, close up. Really makes this stuff interesting. I'm not sure how old he was at this time. I would think in his 20s. 1968. It was later in the 70s he got his break with DC. And I think he's still drawing. Like the Venetian blind effects there. Nice. And the palm trees. And the chicks in bathing suits. He's really head and shoulders above the other artists, even the good artists. He really kind of shined in these early books. And here's an ad, buy Charlton Comics, we need the money. Romantic story, Grand Prix, fighting Marines, Billy the Kid, Ghosts, and Hercules. What a lineup. Next is Secret Romance, number 3 from 1969, with a Garcia Lopez, or Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Whew, that's a mouthful. He did the cover and story inside. Let's have a look. first story, signed Goot. That's short for Gutenberg Monterio, I believe is his name. David's Promise. He was a pretty good artist. He did some nice work. Good stair art. That's provocative. Oh, and she gets married in the end. Isn't that nice? Happiness at last. This is Charles Nicholas and Vince Alicea. I don't have a lot to say about them. They're kind of what turned me off to Charlton Comics for many years. I just never really cared for their art. I guess, looking at it now, it's not as terrible as I once thought it was, but compared to, some of the others, it's really kind of not that interesting. Although they're trying, bless their hearts. If you like Nicholas and Alicea, give me a holler down in the comments. I'd like to know what other people think of them. I hate to write them off as being totally useless, but I don't know. Only one day of ecstasy. Okay. This is the JL GL. Life-size inflatable doll, $9.99. Holy smoke. What do you think they're going to do with that? Pretty nice. There's the kind of Venetian blind effect. Ooh, that's a Mopar there. Or based on a Mopar anyway. Looks like a 70 Charger. Darling, I love you with what's going on there? Uh-oh. She's on the stretcher. Now she's worried. Yeah, there's another shot of that Charger. Seems like it changed colors. Oh, he's all right in the end. Next we have Time for Love, number 16 from 1970. That's a Jim Aparo cover. Nice bit of work. Love lies deep and cold. Oh, she's remembering back in the day when he was warm. This is another Gutenberg Monterio. Rich girls can learn to cry. And I guess she's rich because she's crying. That's a Mustang. Some nice background work. Nice figure drawings. Old Goot, he's pretty good. Not much on backgrounds, but that was common with Charlton. They had to work fast. And just for fun, another Nicholas and Alicea story. A couple of businessmen checking out the entertainer. You know love's gonna sprout here somehow. What do you think? Am I too harsh on them? It just doesn't really appeal to me that much. I'd like to know what anyone else thinks about them. I've never had a conversation with anyone about Nicholas and Alicea. It's always just been this disdain in my head. Guess he's been getting grief from his boss from dating the entertainer, but I guess they end up together. This is Luis Avila, who is always very interesting. This 1970 rendition. It's the Aparo cover based on this story. It's unusual that they would have a different artist. I guess they didn't think that would make a good cover. Well, maybe I disagree with them. There's another Mopar, looks like a cornet. I used to have one of those. I think it's a 69. Yeah, I like Luis Avila. Avila? A-V-I-L-A. He always draws the angst-ridden girls. Hold on. Let me alone. Uh-oh. You know there's going to be some romance here. Brick wall. That's a lot of work. And a little God's eye thing there. What do you think of Luis Avila? He's not quite, he's more stylized, I think, than Garcia Lopez. Just as talented, I think, but more stylized somehow. I don't know how to describe my thoughts on that. He's always got the reclining girls and deep thought. What's going to happen next? What else but romance? And the final kiss. There's another house ad. Look at all these titles. I think I've got examples of all those titles. Bubbling with romance. Woo! And I think I'm going to end on this one. This is I Love You, number 67 from 1967. It's a Dick Giordano cover. Eternally yours. Please, Andrea, I love you. Can't you see that I can't forget Lloyd? That I still love him? That I'll always love him? Ooh, too bad. Poor angsty Andrea. The Moon Was My Enemy. With art by Jim Aparo. No doubt written by Joe Gill. I think he wrote a ton of stories for Charlton in all genres. Yeah. Very nice. All right, a little airplane action there. He's winging his way. Oh, she was on both sides of that. Maybe somebody's coming to him or to her. It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's the greatest artwork, but it's definitely heads and shoulders above some of the others. And of course they end up kissing. This, I believe, is by Vince Colletta. Have a look at that. He's always been kind of controversial. He did a lot of inks on these romance stories. This is when I think he did the pencils. What do you think? Yes or no for Vince? He's not bad. He's got some chops, I guess. Charlton romance always end up in the water. And agonizing overnight. And they live happily ever after. And finally is Ernesto Garcia Seijas, that's spelled S-E-I-J-A-S. Seijas? I think he went by Ernesto Garcia later. Dropped the last name. Eternally Yours. Good funeral art, I guess, on a rainy day. Can she ever get over it? Well, I did meet this cute guy at the funeral. Nice curtains there. Well, I guess I'll get myself spruced up a little bit. Hey, what's this? Better check it out. Guess she's attracting attention. Oh, this guy's getting ready to make a move, I think. Taking his pants off. She's in the water. What does that say? Andrea. Oh yeah, this is from the cover. I guess Lloyd was the funeral guy. Oh, this is a nice twist. He's the one who's drowning, so she saves him. Oh, yeah. That was a good move. And heck with Lloyd. Well, that's a nice little selection of romance comics. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope this didn't run too long and lose your interest. But if you have any comments, I'd like to hear it. And if you like this video, like it.